Hey guys, Erik Kyle here, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine. I'm at the Miami Boat Show with Shaun Ruge. He's with a company called Navionics. You might be familiar with them from our website. We put a bunch of our editorial information up on some of their software, and Shaun's going to tell you a little bit about what's new and exciting with Navionics. Shaun, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks, Erik.
Good. How's the show going for you so far?
The show's been excellent. Good crowd. We're talking a lot about UGC and some of the freshest data components that we've got going on this year, so we're really excited about it.
Outstanding. Well, you've got some phenomenal products right there behind you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about them?
Sure. What I wanted to show you is something we've been doing over the last year, and this year at the Miami show have now brought it into plotters. So what I'm talking about here is a function within our mobile applications called the community layer. And what that does is allow boaters in the Great Lakes region, for example, to add content as they see it on the water.
Okay.
So we all know that every chart has some errors. Not everything is mapped correctly. There's rocks that are not mapped. There's channels that aren't mapped. Anchorages that sometimes don't appear. So what this lets you do is, as a boater, you can add that information to the chart. So what I want to show you, since we're down in Florida, is actually a place down in the Keys we found where an end user has actually added an anchorage to the chart, and you can tell because it's got this little green crosshair. So the end user has added the anchorage, so I'm going to pull that up.
So that's not information that you guys came up with. They came up with it saying, hey, there's a problem out there you need to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. So that anchorage, for example, was not mapped on a NOAA chart. One of our users added it through the community layer. And the second they do that, it's instantly broadcasted to every other user of the Navionics mobile product. So it's broadcasted to the entire Navionics community. And to give you an idea of how powerful that's been, over the last 11 months, we've been able to do over 200,000 edits by the Navionics community. So it's significantly more. We say by numbers comparison, about 10 times what the leading hydrographic offices, someone like NOAA, can do in a week.
That's going to save a lot of props.
Yeah, well, we hope so. Yeah, you can definitely add rocks and wrecks and obstructions and things like that. But like I said, this year what's cool is that was interesting into itself with the mobile products. This year you can bring it to a plotter. So we have a thing called freshest data, which means if you've got a new product, a new Navionics chip, you plug it into our website, you can download all the latest updates every day, and we do update our charts every day. So that's important. You can do it as often as you'd like throughout the entire year. As of last week, one additional thing you get is that community layer. So every day we pull that down off the mobile devices and we put it on the chip in addition to all the other updates we make. So what that means is, as an end user of a Navionics product, you can now see that same user-generated content on your plotter. So what I have here,
same area.
This is a Lowrance Gen 2 plotter, and this also works on the original HDS plotters with the software upgrade from Lowrance. It shows that same anchorage, that same information that you'd find on the mobile device.
Nice. Now, your chips can be used, they're compatible in what kind of hardware?
Sure. We are compatible with most of the major chart plotter manufacturers. So Johnson Outdoors products, the Humminbird, the GNav, Navico products. So you've got the Simrad units, the Lowrance units, and a lot of their backward compatible units. We've also got Ray Marine.
Okay.
They've got a new product out that we'll show you in a second called the Ray Marine, the new E-Series. It's a 7, 9, and 12-inch display. That also, out of the box, will read the Navionics community layer. They were the first to adopt it, done a great job with the display, and that's a nice new unit.
Now, if I wanted to get a hold of your software and buy it for my either existing unit or like put it onto my iPad, what do I got to do?
Sure. If you want to take advantage of the iPad application or the iPhone application, and it's also on Android, you go to either iTunes or the Android store and search for Navionics, and you'll find the app called Marine and Lakes USA. And that gives you coverage of the entire Great Lakes region and the entire U.S., both on inland lakes and on marine coastal data.
Outstanding.
To get this on your chart plotter,
yep.
Any major electronics dealer that sells electronics typically will sell Navionics chips. What you're looking for is literally a chip that pops into the unit and contains the mapping on it. And like I said, when you get it, don't forget to go to our website and get the freshest data, because that is free for a year. You can do it as many times as you like, and gives you access to our most current data every day. That
is fantastic. Now, can you show me a little bit about where we can find some of the editorial content that you have on your data?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Erik, what you said earlier, Great Lakes Scuttlebutt is adding a lot of information to our newsstand product. What that is, if you go into the application, find a menu system down below, and you're looking for something called the newsstand. And when you get into newsstand, we actually it might be a little slow because our show internet connection is not the best. But when you get into newsstand, you're going to go in, and then you can search down below for content. So you get the top-rated articles that people are reading. You get articles nearest to you. So if you're in the Great Lakes region and you hit nearby, it's going to pull up articles that have been geo-referenced to your position. So you get relevant information. And there's different types of categories that give you boat maintenance, fishing, cruising, travel, diving, kayaking, you name it. And then there's the search function. And that search function lets you search by keywords. So I'm just going to put in Great Lakes. And if we, with any luck, we will get an article from Great Lakes Scuttlebutt. So I'll go ahead and download that, and that should take a second. You see it's fast to download even with our slow connection.
Yeah.
So you get the entire article, you get any contact information, and don't forget all of those links are live. So any phone numbers and any websites you find in the article that are useful to you,
You go straight to it.
go straight out. The other thing it does, there is a PDF version. So when you click on PDF, you actually get it as if it was presented by the magazine. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom that in. You know, and you can flip through, if there are multiple pages, you can flip through just like you were flipping through an article. If you're like me and wear glasses, the text can sometimes be difficult to see. There's also a button that helps increase the text size.
Oh, okay.
So we'll make that a little bit larger. And like I said, you can zoom as well on the lower text size. And
so let's say I'm cruising around the Great Lakes area. I've got my Navionics software plugged into my chart plotter. I'm going to go to a certain destination, say that it's Put-in-Bay, the island over there. And if I'm going to go to Put-in-Bay and there's some content on my chart plotter that I can search through the newsstand to tell me about some of the fun and exciting things to do over there?
Sure.
As contributed by some of the local magazines.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So is there any other information that Navionics is putting out there that's new and exciting that our Great Lakes boaters can sink their teeth into?
Yeah, absolutely. So in addition to the great articles that you guys provide, there's also starting to integrate some cruising guide information. We are actively recruiting marinas now to participate in not only additional information about their marina like this, but also to input information into the community layer. So they'll be able to geo-reference things like restrooms, dinghy docks, fuel docks, restaurants, any repair services. So if you get stuck in a jam, you can find local repair services that are relevant to you. One other thing we're doing that's interesting is we've been in contact with a lot of harbor masters and marine authorities, law enforcement type agencies that are also going to help contribute information. So you not only get a community layer from recreational users constantly improving the cartography, you also get it from a professional level. And these are the people that are maintaining the local nav aids that are not mapped. They're maintaining the hazards. So that information all comes to you in real time. Like I said, now, with freshest data, also to your plot.
That is absolutely outstanding. Shaun, I can't thank you enough for all your information. You've been very helpful, and I'm sure our readers will enjoy it. And, hey, you enjoy the rest of the boat show.
No, thank you very much for the time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.